does know his stuff when it comes to lighting. Right, come on, Mark, sit down. So, here we have Mark Brown sporting, what can I say, a rather impressive Mo for, what is the date today?
It's November.
It is November, and it's only the, what's the date?
It's 13th.
13th, is that?
It's not too bad. It's a bit embarrassing.
13 days growth.
Yeah.
That's pretty good
I'm
for a man of
days.
your tender years.
Yeah.
So this is Mark from Editor's Keys. Mark, you briefly came on one of the shows once virtually.
Yeah, the live
via Skype. And it's nice to have you on.
Thank you.
Actually here in person.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So we want to talk about some of the things that you guys offer at Editor's Keys. One of the things that I noticed while looking at your site was USB microphones.
Yeah, we've got.
And you've got one, have you?
One on the shelf there and one in the box there.
Do you want to grab the one from the shelf? Let's do that. Oh, look at that. Cunningly placed behind us.
There we go.
Is a USB microphone. Now, I'm a bit of a soundy guy.
Okay.
And I like a little bit of audio stuff, you might have guessed. Explain to me, why would you want a USB microphone as opposed to your regular mic?
Well, I think going back 5 or 10 years ago, USB microphones were kind of okay. They were just about good enough for video chats with your mum and dad.
Yep.
But they weren't great for kind of broadcast quality work. Since that time, we've been developing some broadcast quality mics. So USB microphones that can record at 48 kilohertz. And that basically means if you're maybe a small video production company, if you're out with the BBC doing a news piece and you need to do some voiceover work, a lot of the time people will use a lav mic and a lav up and record direct onto Final Cut. What this enables you to do is, without the need for a separate mixer and XLR cables and everything else, you can just get a USB mic, plug it straight into your computer, PC or Mac, and it'll work directly with Premiere, Final Cut, any of the major editing systems out there. So it just enables you as a video editor to kind of easily add broadcast quality vocals to any video project you might be working on without the need of all the extra mixers and things, which are obviously heavy to carry about with.
So you mentioned broadcast quality. So as soon as you start thinking USB, you start thinking, these aren't broadcast quality mics. So this bit up here then, has their work been spent on that bit? Is it actually of a decent quality? Is it a broadcast quality?
Yeah, the diaphragms are 34 millimeters, dual diaphragms, and it makes them some of the biggest of a USB microphone. They record at 48 kilohertz, and that's one of the major things to look out for. I know companies like the BBC and ITV won't accept kind of any USB microphone which is under, say, 41. So it's important to look out for that. 48 kilohertz is what all of our microphones record at standard.
If you wanted to use these, I suspect there's a good use for them for something like voiceover work or something like that in editing. How do they work with something like Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, something like that? Do they just plug in and go? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the best thing about them. If you're not, if you're more of a video guy, and a lot of people are, and they don't know a great deal about audio. They know they want to record some good audio, but they don't know about how to get that into their system. Literally, all you'll do is you'll get the mic out of the box, put it in the shock mount, plug in the USB cable into the mic, obviously, and the other end straight into your computer. Once you're within Final Cut, all you do is go to your voiceover box and just select the SL150 as your input microphone, and that's all you need to do. Dead easy, no other setup.
So you could take one of these mics, you could be in your room editing, and you want to do a quick VO over it, you can plug one of these and off you go. If, like a lot of people, you are editing in a room that's, let's say, is not the best treated audio-wise room, and a lot of them, obviously, they're just square boxes and things like that. Aren't you just going to get a load of echoey, reverby-ness about it?
Well, we do. What we've got down here is a portable vocal booth.
I'm going to get that. You can sort your mic out while you're doing that. There we go.
Oh, there we go. And, so what we do, if you're recording at home, obviously one of the big problems is that your room may give you bad acoustics. You're going to get loads of echo, reverb there that you're not going to want. So what we do 2 versions of this, and this is a portable vocal booth. And it's essentially kind of a sound shield around your mic. So it does 2 things, really. It stops external sound coming into your mic. So if you've got air conditioning, your computer, fans, which are often quite loud, it stops those coming into your mic, and it also dries out the vocals as well. So if you've ever tried to record vocals at home, you'll know you get that kind of horrible, bedroomy, bathroom sound of, you can tell where you're recording basically. And this takes that out. It completely dries out your vocals, so it gives you the effect of kind of recording in a studio.
Right, so it's very similar to if you had a full treated padded room. You would get that kind of dead sound, so all it's picking up is your voice and not the rest of the room around it.
Definitely. I mean, of course, a fully treated studio is always going to be better, but this is just ideal if you're in a kind of a room which is kind of okay.
Yep.
Obviously, if you're standing with a window open next to the motorway, you're still going to pick up a little bit. But if you're in a standard room, windows closed, door closed, you're not going to pick up any kind of exterior noise. It does a great job at that. And again, for kind of home users, small production companies, we're finding we sell a lot of these to your kind of independent production companies that would otherwise go to a production house to record voiceover. They can now do it, especially for kind of the trails and trailers. They can record that within their offices even, in a back room, which is great for them. Saves a lot of money.
Excellent. Now, if you want, obviously, can you buy kits and things with everything you want? So you think, I don't know what I need. I just want to be able to record a voiceover in my room. What do I need? Do you do sort of bundles and kits for these?
Definitely, we do everything from the individual items.
Yep.
So if you've obviously got a mic, you can just use this with it. If you're a video production company and you don't have any kind of recording gear at all, we do bundles which include a Vocal Booth Pro, a stand even, desktop mounts, USB mic, shock mount and the cables. And they start from about £200, but it includes everything you need to get started in recording kind of voiceover or singing or whatever it is you do directly at home. So you won't need, we kind of guarantee that you won't need anything else to record broadcast quality vocals into your video pieces with the bundles that we do.
Gotcha. Thank you, Mark. Now, as you're here, and as you are from Editor's Keys, it would be remiss of me not to ask you what else Editor's Keys do, because the name implies something else to just microphones and portable vocal booths. Just tell us a little bit about Editor's Keys.
Yeah, well, we're primarily known for the color-coded shortcut keyboards you get for Avid, Final Cut, Pro Tools. And that is really our main product. I mean, more recently, we've got into the recording range that we do.
Yep.
But yeah, the color-coded shortcut keyboards are our main product, and they just make it easier to get around your video editing program. They show you all of the shortcuts. They're used by pretty much every major broadcast production company out there and studio. I mean, if you've ever been to a studio, you'll probably seen one laying there. But that is our main product that we do for Mac and PC.
Excellent, Mark. Now, if they wanted to find out a bit more information, you haven't got a stand here this year.
We haven't. I'm just browsing this year.
You're just wandering around. Obviously, people can grab you and ask you questions if they see you about what you produce.
Definitely.
Do you have a website?
We do. The website is editorskeys.com, and you can tweet me any questions as well, which is at editorskeys as well.
And you're very active on Twitter, I have noticed. Mark, thank you. That's really good. I'll have to have a closer look at that later.
Pleasure.
And thank you for coming on.
Thank
Mark
you.
Brown.